5.7 on the defense. But yeah, I mean, you want to start on the CT side, right? It doesn't matter the map. You pretty much always want to start on the CT side. And whoever wins that knife round will get that advantage. We won't be seeing it here. We'll be hopping into the game right here and now. MIBR, Fluxo, final map of this grand final to qualify for ESL Challenger Jönköping. MIBR won the knife round, and they will elect to start on the CT side. Dual Berettas on 2. No kits, 1 flash. That is it for the CT side. P250 for Zevi, but Insani through the smoke rings the bell of PKL. And that's a fast start here for MIBR. Insani looking for more, backs away. His P2000 getting reloaded. Exit has 2 from Temple, but he's finally made a sacrifice. He's done his damage, however, as the bomb goes down. That's a win for Fluxo. They want the round 2. Nice taps from Zevi. Lukowski comes through as well. It's all up to him now. 1v2. Stuck on site. Has the first. Dooley's flaring, but Insani with the clutch in the 1v1. Grabs the P250, grabs the defusal. But 4 kills plus plant. You know Fluxo's going all in round 2.
Yeah, they've got their confidence, that's for sure. It might have been kept in check slightly on that comeback on Vertigo, but they should be riding high. They should be feeling themselves. Keep in mind, this has been a marathon for them. Very long day. They had to play that first consolidation final versus Bestia. It was a rematch. They won it in 2-0 fashion, much like they did the day before. Now they have to rematch Made in Brazil and prove that that loss was just a blip on the radar, that they are here to play, that they are ready to go to ESL Challenger Jönköping. Question is, will fatigue set in at this stage? It's their 5th map of the day. Prior to in this series were particularly long. Made in Brazil, very solid by Fluxo though, could be said the same. 2 Deagles, a Tech 9, a Galil, and an AK. They try to enable Lukowski to his best abilities.
Getting that first pick would go a long way to taking this round back. Starting that swing, but Insani fires away. He's done well to open things up. Drop getting close with the MP9. Might elect to swing through. That's the bomb first 2. That's a massive loss. Good flash in, but BRN has 2. Supporting Drop, who's still alive. Make it the hat trick for BRN as he's unstoppable on the MP9. Lukowski comes through with 1, but he's alone in a 1v5. He's got 1, but only 1 as his magazine runs dry. 2 to MIBR to kick off Ancient and their first early lead of this series. Fluxo a 5-0 lead on both maps, Nate. And right now, MIBR are getting things going early. Fluxo, nothing to buy with in this next round. Armor Deagle for Lukowski. P250's on a pair. It's looking ugly.
The start of the Made in Brazil required to right their wrongs. Those slow starts plagued them. They knew they couldn't start off slow on the decider. Safe, the only one on an SMG, looking to harvest some cash against the pistols. There's a Deagle, 3 P250s and a Glock, a couple flashes on Chay. Get some light out early into that M4. Song tapping. This is what I wanted to see get activated. He's got 2, drop another. BRN and Exit chime in for the final pair. Clean 3rd to mop it up. Again, no bomb plant here beyond that first pistol round. Made in Brazil. Looking very solid. Safe is getting his op out now. And Fluxo finally rifles on the board. AKs across the board. Good, solid utility behind them as well. But that op might be the difference maker in this round. Do they have the op? It looks like it was sold.
Yeah.
No, it's on the ground. There we go.
Okay.
Picked up by Safe. That could be... Yeah, this could be the edge that they need to continue this momentum. Fluxo, though, looking for an aggressive play towards B. Ahead of the Flames is VSM. Not quite spotted. BR knows it's a possibility. Tagged down, taken down through the wall. The second one here is very far back towards short. That's Insani's trying to vie for time. Site has been taken. It's going to be a scrappy retake.
The lineup on long for Insani's done 1 and almost 2, but he can't quite finish off PKL. Molly forces drop away that Nade could take out PKL. No, it does damage to VSM. Lukowski drops the op in middle, coming through on his own alert. Spots another one on Snake. Sprays Messy, but he controls it. 7 HP does not matter. Exit's gone. He's run away. He's hiding to save the AK. And Fluxo. A little advanced position from VSM, getting the information. The rest of the team scaling up B the rest of the way to finish the job. Do they pick up the op for Zevi? They do. Chay goes straight for it. And Exit might not survive. He should be fine. Nobody's close enough to him. There's the first on the board for Fluxo here. And they survive with 4 as well. Of course, the economy not as precarious on the T side. Still in its fledgling stages, but it can grow so much faster on the offense. Safe has another op. He's got utility. Last buy for MIBR before they lose all their money. And Fluxo.
The op was recovered as well for Zevi.
Yeah. Chay picked that up a while ago. Out in mid. And I hope to see an Operas duel between these two. We haven't really seen that too much. I always like to see them go at each other, and two former Pain players. A little bit more to the whole storyline.
Straight play, contact out towards A, a rather aggressive call again, this time on the opposite side of the map. Exit, though, puts them in their place, the Molotov and the kill on the first. Second, secured by insani on a trade. insani not quite doubling down, just like last round. Taking out 1.5 damage done. Kowzi picking up the op on low HP. 3 versus 3, though. Very good standing for a retake from MIBR. The spam so good, does connect it long last on the Kowzi. Bit on to Zevi as well, and the bomb plant only just now being attempted. That Molotov's going to do a lot of punishing damage. You know, it won't. It doesn't reach quite far enough.
I think it was late.
It was just too shallow.
Oh.
Op of Zevi misses its mark. BKL, the last, the 1v3 in A main. They should know he's here. Swing comes in, fails the first hurdle. ERN gets the kill. He was quiet map 2, anything but map 3. 3 survive, defuse secured, and Fluxo's victory is now just a blip on the radar. But that bomb plant will facilitate another investment in round number 6. The T economy, rather, can be so stifling when it gets that bomb plant behind it.
Look how much money they have, and they only won 1 round.
Absurd.
There needs to be an economy balance. Everyone's been saying that. It's not an original statement, but will anything change? Probably not. It's been bothering me throughout this series. Just the way the T side's always able to buy, the CT's always struggling. I feel like it's really come to a head here. Safe's gone aggressive in A main, and there's his opener. Chay 0-5 to start things off. Not a good start for who has been the star man for Fluxo throughout the course of this evening. And that's Safe's opener as well for his account. So, good start for him. He hasn't really been needed all too much. The rest of his teammates have been doing the damage. Now that op presence around, and insani able to push into mid from Donut. Exits there as well. That's a nice little 1-2 trade. This is what we saw from MIBR last night. These kinds of plays, these kinds of team pushes. They get the kill, there's either trade potential or they win their fight outright, and they don't over-aggress, they fall back. This is what was missing through the first 2 maps.
Yes, it was. Everybody's just a cog in the machine, doing their part. 3v5, 45 seconds left, no map control. Just dilly-dallying in spawn. At this point, it's going to be a save for Fluxo. All but certain. Brazil probably aren't going to hunt either. Keeping 5 up builds that CT economy as quickly as possible, and we've mentioned it. It's a very difficult thing to build, so they'll be happy with a full fleet of players surviving into round number 7. As you mentioned, MIBR Brazil are a T-sided team on this map. They're starting things off well on the defense. 5-1.
I mean, that's not saying their CT side's weak.
No, it's not. It was like 59 versus 55.
57 to 60. Big difference.
Absurd.
There, right?
Yeah, very big. Still, it's encouraging to see. Op of Zevi does catch 1 probing for information. Not a clean round for MIBR Brazil. Still, 4 surviving, definitely acceptable. Fluxo have been compelled into a tactical pause. They're going to talk out this buy. It's going to have some rough edges, looking at Chay's utility, for example, but the AKs and the op can get the job done. The question is, do they have a strat in mind? Do they have a read on Made in Brazil to get a second on board?
Oh, a second would do nicely here for Fluxo as they find themselves in a position which MIBR has ended up in plenty of times before in this series, twice to be exact in the previous 2 maps. MIBR was able to turn the tide around on Nuke, but Vertigo in that half got way too out of line at a 9-3 score. 7-5 definitely recoverable. I would say even 8-4 probably for Fluxo. But the thing is, MIBR's T side very strong on this map. But the CT side from Fluxo, it's going to be more of an unstoppable force versus a movable object. There's 2 stronger sides colliding between those 2 teams in that second half. Still, Fluxo need to pile on as many rounds as they can. 1 is far from sufficient. 2, 3 as well. Definitely would like to see 5 for them if they want to have a chance for it, but they have to get all the way there. And it starts with 1 at a time, 2 in a row, 3 in a row, rounds in succession. And Drop's going to get aggressive out towards Cave. Smoked off in Jaguar. He's not going to be able to push all the way through. But MIBR aggressing into middle as well. Safe's got the entry. Insani's pushing around. Safe's picked up 2. Insani falls, but Safe's looking for the 3rd. He's burning alive. He finds a safe corner. But he'll be finished off by utility or by spray. Surely they realize he's in there, right? Oh my gosh, they don't. They don't realize he smoked off the Molotov.
Nope. Zevy's the last. He did find an entry into B, and he will seize the day, knowing that he slipped the gap. But a lot to do. Not a lot to do it with. Good find on the first. Spotted the jump cross as well. Be a second. Second secured. Zevy's making a round of it. Surely not. Surely not the 4K 1v3. Spots the player with nade in hand. Zevy steals away what was a Made in Brazil round and secures a second for Fluxo. Tremendous individual performance from the op of Fluxo.
Everybody else dead in mid. Zevy alone with the bomb in a 1v3 comes up massive. Drops them all. 1 shot each. And Fluxo back in the win column, scrounging a buy with 3 Galils, but the same could be said for MIBR with an MP9 and a 5.7 in Exit's hands. Chay made magic happen with that gun back on Nuke. Didn't lead to the win, but it was still a great play. Insani burns alive a little bit, pushing down aggressive. He's gonna go through the smoke. They're gonna blow it open. This is his chance. He's still alive, caught from behind by VSM. 5.7 of Exit. Does a little bit of chip, but it's not going to be worth anything in the long run. VSM takes him down too. Safe all the way through A main with that op. Picks off Chay, who's had a very slow start. He will probably pick things up soon. Drop with 3 in Cave! Massive play from him, and Zevy in another 1v3. Wall bangs drop, but Drop's not dead. Bomb plant coming through from Zevy. He already has 1v3 on B. Will he find another? What scenes it would be if he can pull it off. BRN sprays a little too early. Zevy moves in. Around long cube. BRN on short. Can go back through, but he's going to go on side instead. 2 players moving up. Skeet shot from Zevy. Smoke down. Flashing through, defuse being held. It's a 10-second defuse. Zevy walking in, Safe still holding. Zevy's not gone in. He's got 1. No, he doesn't take the shot. Safe sprays him down. Upgrades to the op. The defuse comes in. And Fluxo, despite a good start, find nothing off the back of that besides a bomb plant. And MIBR isolate another round from Fluxo on this T side.
Heroics from Zevy yet again on the op, but still just unable to get across the line this time around. Made in Brazil nearly fall into the same trap. 1 jumps across, is caught. The second one can't trade, and from there it gets really awkward, really dicey, but this time around they will not falter. Pause called, though. Still quaking in their boots. They know that these are very close rounds, and their economy is still at a very precarious spot. Fluxo sense it as well. They smell the blood in the water. They're going to go for a force buy. 2 Galils, 3 AKs, lackluster utility versus full rifles and the op, but lackluster utility for Drop. Better buy for Made in Brazil, all things considered, but still an opportunity for Fluxo to win the round and with it, hopefully break the CT economy and find a second win.
It's an interesting timeout from MIBR. They're still seeing that maybe they have to shore up some holes. There's opportunities for Fluxo to exploit. Fluxo, of course, going to go back in, going aggressive. No utility at all, just 2 smokes. It's pretty insane. But if they could win their fights, they can do some magic. Chay needs to get on the board, too. That's a big issue for Fluxo. He's been absent, and he's been so good for them. Great damage on to PKL, already started out middle. No return fire for Fluxo as they congregate around Snake and set up for a B take. Of course, again, no utility for him, just the 2 smokes. Drops up aggressive, Safe spots out 1, sprays away, Drop gets 1, Safe backs out. Just trying to buy time for rotations. The 2 smokes have been used for long and short. They're being so pensive about this take. Fluxo, bomb going down, got to hold. And that's a huge gift from PKL through the smoke.
Big one to find. Insani, though, making inroads behind, finds one in response. 3v3, Zevi knows he has to make a move towards long, spot Safe. It's a walk of the op, and it does secure one. Lukowski, though, making the most of the space given, finds one in response. 2 versus 2, neck and neck. Insani and Cave stuck between 2 different angles. He'll smoke long, hopes of smoking off that op, and he will do it successfully, but Chay on the spray transfer goes from a big old egg to a 2K in the blink of an eye. A critical time for him to come alive, secure his first 2 of the map. The 3rd on the board for Fluxo. A big double from Chay.
That's a monkey off his back, too. Been absent for the first 9 rounds, gets 2 on the board, and a critical 2-man spray down as well. Just the pistols and armor. No helms for the MIBR side. The dualies, 5.7s and a P250, a USP for Safe with utility. A Molotov and dually kill, and somehow, someway, Fluxo have dropped rifles. Opportunity to salvage those for MIBR. Drop has the 1. Chase strikes for his 3rd in a row. Going back to the last round, Lukowski sprays wild, and he finds nothing but damage. Chay's low on health, more guns in the hands of MIBR, and they have armor behind this. Molotov to Chay's position, he's domed by exit. It's all down to Zevi and another 1vx, and what can he hope to do? Nothing but death awaits him out mid. A 7th on the board for MIBR off the back of the half buy, and holy moly, Fluxo are floundering. A timeout here would not be unsurprising, but they don't have money to buy.
Oh me, oh my. Made in Brazil. A tremendous round to find. Fluxo have done very well to negotiate tense, even footing situations to get that 3rd. I was just praising them right when we thought they might have broken Made in Brazil and found a way to get back to a respectable score, and they are shut out by pistols, and now they will try their darndest to do the exact same, but not near the same results are present. BRN 3 on the SMG, Insani a 4th on the AK, and Drop chiming in for the 5th, a succinct 1 and an 8th as well for Made in Brazil. This is their first lead coming out of the first half in this series thus far. It might be a sign that Made in Brazil are done playing games.
Done playing games. They're back on their horse, and they're galloping towards the sunset. Quite not into it yet, but they're darn close to it. Almost hear the slide whistle and the fiddle in the background, Nate. Made in Brazil are cooking with gas. Safe is forced away in Temple, but there's a retake already flooding through Donut. 3 players heading that direction. Double Molotovs in, and Safe eludes both of them. He picks up 1 as exit falls. Safe singes, but he's still alive and still pushing forward. BRN through smoke gets another. Chay with a double. PKL with 1. Drop in a 1v3, but this is winnable for him if he can find the timing coming out through CT. Drops his smoke and reveals his position. Drop pushing through. Caught on the edge. Still with one, sprays for two, but he cannot pick it up yet. So low on health, and time is running out. He has no util, and he's dead to Zevi. An 8-4 half in favor of MIBR. We'll see you for half two.
You got me feeling some way, like I might be stuck in a dream. Let's stay here till the day breaks, feeling like I never wanna leave. Keep moving till the sunrise. You're taking my mind out to sea. Fall in love at low tide. I'm thinking we should never leave. So let's keep going till the night is almost gone. Cause I feel like singing Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. Cause I feel like singing
In Brazil, we're slow to start on the first two maps of this series. Anything but on the deciders. Pineapple Phillips and Boggs are bringing the action. And by the end of this map, we will have our lone qualifying team from South America for ESL Challenger Jönköping, made in Brazil on their favored side of Ancient. T side to be exact, and they play towards A is the name of the game. Player spotted, back of box, beheaded immediately by Insani, the P250 Super Soldier. A pair and Donut will now fight their way out in a bid to try and stop the bomb plant. BRN though dropped one. Lukowski timing does drop one. Bomb plant delayed, but BRN finds a quick trade to maintain a two-man advantage. Zevi, the hero of the first half, trying to fight his way out in the second, will find a pair in towards Temple.
Still no plant.
No plant and even footing means that Fluxo might have just found a way to steal this pistol round.
It's not over yet. Drop and exit, still have the bomb. But Zevi is making a huge case for Fluxo to win the pistol round, an all-important one for them to turn the tide back and try and take this one away from MIBR, who, for all rights, are holding this one as it stands. Drop backing away through Donut into middle. Could go snake, could go mid. Mid would probably be the big brain play that could definitely get caught and called out and he makes the right move. Moves to B, runs it in, exits backing out as well. He's going to be far away, but he should get there in time before any rotations. PKL does have a kit, though, so that will factor into the defuse. There's a smoke and a flash.
From Fluxo, all qualifier.
Yeah, that's true.
I went off.
Good timing.
Very good timing. Flash in. Exit has grouped up. Smoke on the site.
The nade.
Now the nade is so critical. PKL tag down, taken out. Second one player spotted as well. Zevi. He's done it all for his team prior. 1v3 has happened before. The nice ninja position, but D sprays him down, Glock in hand. 9-4, made in Brazil. Do take the pistol round. It would make sense given the opener, but Zevi made a killer case for Fluxo in that one.
Made a great case for Fluxo, but it wasn't strong enough. MIBR, both pistol rounds on this map. A 5-round lead and an echoing Fluxo in round number 14. MIBR should have 10 here. No excuse to not grab 10. Because it's just USPs, 2 P250s, 0 util, 0 armor. And the body stack over on B. They're going to push down ramp here. The MAC-10s can farm. Safe's only got one. He's used a good amount of his ammunition. Just over half here. Going back in. BRN, another one from Safe. Money being built here by the MIBR opper. Look how he goes down. Gets the only one so far for Fluxo through the wall. BRN spams down the last remaining Fluxo player. 10 rounds secured, and now what could be the last actual gun round of this series, of this qualifier. In round 15, the op for Zevi. Glass cannon, no util, no kit at all for the CT side. Lukowski donning a helm instead. If that comes back to bite them, Nate, clip it right now.
I won't clip it, but somebody definitely will. I'm working. Can't afford to set the sensational clips. I'm up for Lukowski. I like the idea. Does find one. Quick trade, though, from Insani. 4 versus 4 favors the T's. Okay, spotting in towards Donut. Gets the information. Gets some damage as well. Won't overstay his welcome. Zevi rotating up and around in towards Red Room. No, towards B instead. He's outside doors. Long range fight for Safe. Does a good bit of damage. Also takes a bit as well. And Brazil made their decision. They're going to go towards B. 3 cave. Jaguar for now. 1 towards the ramp. 3 players here to defend, though, from Fluxo. And Zevi starts things off right with a kill onto BR and that heavy hitter from the round prior. Drop. Doesn't fare any better. PKL swings in, finds that from around the pillar of sight. Into Brazil being picked apart slowly yet surely. VSM drops Safe out towards the doors. That's the bomb dropped, leaving just Insani, the man I said who had to come alive in a 1v4, and he fails. The glass cannon of Zevi takes him down from short. Fluxo stay alive. Their first rifle round paying dividends. A very clean hold from them. A good read from them as well. Made in Brazil still have a lot of time to work with.
A lot of time and a lot of round buffer, but that can quickly evaporate. Technical pause here, not a tactical. So we'll get back in at some time or another. But Zevi has been picking up Fluxo and just dragging them along. Lukowski's been around as well. The lack of the kit did not harm them, which is a very good thing for Fluxo. They won with 4 surviving. Great for the CT economy in this early stage. And MIBR with enough money to get an investment in here. So they can still go back for a buy. We'll see what they want to do after this timeout. But again, technical, not attack pause. Some sort of issue going on.
No one's disconnected yet, though, so that's good. Maybe
it's peripheral died or something.
Peripheral
Those
ping.
wireless pieces of equipment.
It's true.
I'm
Especially
all wired.
No. Wireless is the way now.
I just haven't bothered to get a new mouse. That's the only reason why I still have a wired mouse.
All right, wireless is good now.
It is, yes.
Pause concluded. Getting back into the action. BRN has gone for the investment. Looks like he's going, at least leaning towards it. Half buy appears to be the call instead, though. Yep, sold.
Yeah, they got the
Kevlar and pistols. Could do damage. We actually saw them win a pistol round last half.
True. With much less behind it. Well, actually, no. It had more.
It had more. Insani's the only one investing. BRN saving it all, presumably for an op. No, Safe could have saved for an op for himself. I don't know what he's saving for. Maybe to drop exit in the round next.
That could be it, because BRN is also at 47.50. So he's also around there. Drop also has a deagle. And I don't know how I like this mid-aggression against the pistols. They might be anticipating a more heavy investment here, but still, if it's going to be a bit scrappy, going aggressive usually doesn't work out too well. Fluxo lucky that Zevi's the first point of contact playing from Temple. And he's going to push out a little bit more, dropping onto the side itself, moving around for that next kill. And drops, got the angle. Great shot to drop the up, and he cannot get the next, though. Chay is here for 3, as he'll bag another hat trick. Chay likes kills and punches. The guy usually finds multi-kills, but he does get on the scoreboard. And Lukowski comes in for the last bit of fragging. Chay grabs the op. And Fluxo, only one casualty again, and they save the most expensive gun. Toss that back over to Zevi. They're all-star here. As MIBR go all in with this buy. No op for Safe. Exit dropped by BRN, not by Safe. But it's 8Ks across the board for the T's.
Solid investment going forward, but it's just so far from over. Looks to have found their groove. They've been shutting down Made in Brazil rather comprehensively. Brazil just still kind of running stock standard play. Lukowski jumping up again. BRN knows the one to open it up. VSM caught through a wall. Good start for Made in Brazil. Second secured. They saw Lukowski jumping up. They know he loves doing that kind of play. And PKL now forced back. BRN low HP. Does have sight. Drop has gotten that bomb to dirt. No delay this time around. And 3 might just be insurmountable. PKL might just cross away and go for the save, barring a massive kill or two in the next couple seconds.
Might not be a bad idea to save now, and yeah, they're going to call it. Zevi was never even contemplating it. He was still sitting on A. And MIBR stopped the run at 6. Grab an 11. It's starting to look a little bit more like last map. Just flop the teams around, and very much the same situation, although at least for Fluxo's sake, it's not 11-3, it's 11-6. It's still a long way back in. The holds need to be there. VSM very quiet, PKL as well. Chay's had a couple of moments, but he has not been consistent enough. It's been Zevi. And now that MIBR knows Zevi's on A, I don't think they're going to challenge him. Zevi's going to have to get mobile. He's going to have to move around. Pushing towards mid, maybe go for a donut peek. Something aggressive, cave to snake, or even just a B ramp classic op play. He's got to move around, and he's not. He's going back to A.
Insani spamming middle, getting ahead of the Flames this time around. That's a big adjustment, and it pays off. 2 caught. You're right. The op needs to be nomadic on this map, much like Nuke. Doesn't have quite as much free reign, but it's still required. 2-man advantage secured. Sure, BRN is low, but this feels like insurmountable odds. It feels like Made in Brazil have found the winning recipe. Caused enough ruckus. Fluxo are making the right read, stacking over towards B. Made in Brazil aren't necessarily committing just yet, waiting in hopes that someone gets over-aggressive and probes for information. Zevi will commit. The issue is he's now smoked off. Weary of that flank. No flank will be coming through, though. BRN, the first, pushing out. Tags a second on PKL. And drop finishes it with the nade. The last alive is Zevi. He'll run away through the flames. BRN nearly takes him down. And Made in Brazil, if they hunt this down, it might just be the whole series on a platter. BRN, the hero, pressuring the smoke, finds the kill, grabs the op, and BMs for a bit of psychological warfare. Series points secured for Made in Brazil, and a lot of time with which to find the final round.
A ton of time. 6 series points. 6 rounds between MIBR and Jönköping. They only need 1. They punch their ticket. FAMAS for Chay. 0 kits. Minimal utility. 2 M4s, a deagle, and a 5.7. It's all that adorns the CT side. Safe. Spots out one long. BRN charges forward. Headshot on one. Blind for the second, but Drop has his back. In they go, pushing forward. Zevi up short. Opt by Safe. Just two remaining. Chay and Lukowski out in mid. Snake will be their play. They'll run it up. Exit is down. He can try and swing. They're making all the noise in the world now. Exit in the tummy. Do they clear him? They do indeed, but he deals the first threat. One more to go. Molly in hand. Buys him time. Lukowski goes in, and he will not burn, but he will fall. Safe with the finish. And a 13-6 for MIBR as they qualify for ESL Challenger Jönköping.
Took a while for the individuals to wake up. They had some disappointing performances here and there in map number 1 and number 2, but they got across the line on Nuke, and they made Ancient a breeze. A very quick end from Made in Brazil.